Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, let's jump right in today with something, well, potentially challenging. What if those tools you use for success, your vision board, daily affirmations, what if they're actually blocking the results you want?
It sounds pretty radical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it really speaks to that frustration so many people feel. You feel like you've done everything, right? The scripting, the intense visualization, maybe even writing those checks from the universe.
Yeah, you put in the work. You really do.
And yet, you look around, same bank account balance, no promotion, the goal date just flies by. It's so easy to start thinking, is this whole manifestation thing just a scam?
That frustration is completely understandable. And what we're exploring today suggests the issue isn't your desire or your work ethic even. The problem, the real trap, is focusing only on what you want. Because doing that, ironically, just keeps reminding you of what you don't have, that feeling of lack.
Exactly. And the shift we're talking about, it's profound. It means forgetting about chasing the thing for a moment. It's about making this deep internal switch to actually being the person who already has it, or rather the person whose identity generates those results naturally.
Okay, so moving from wanting it to being the kind of person who has it. That's the core idea.
That's our mission for this deep dive, figuring out how to make that critical switch.
All right, let's unpack this cycle because it really is frustrating. These mainstream techniques, when you do them from that feeling of desperation, they can end up just being like monuments to what you're currently lacking. That phrase really struck me.
It's brutally honest, isn't it? Because it points right to the emotional core. Think about it. Have you ever looked at your vision board, maybe the dream house picture or the image of financial freedom, and instead of feeling motivated, you feel this deep, painful longing, almost a sadness?
Oh, absolutely, that pang. Like an internal voice whispering, yeah, but that's not my life.
Right, I'm separate from that. And that feeling, that's the signal you're reinforcing.
So the ritual itself, done from that place, backfires.
Precisely. Any practice done from a feeling of, I don't have this, just digs that feeling in deeper. I am insufficient. You're focusing on the absence, which keeps you stuck right there in the experience of not having it.
It's like setting your GPS, but constantly telling it your starting point is lost and not enough.
That's a great analogy, yeah. If your mind's starting point is always not having enough, it can only really calculate routes from scarcity. Your dominant feeling becomes wanting.
And your experience tends to match your dominant feeling.
So you get more experiences that highlight the need to want. You stay stuck in wanting mode.
And there's actually psychological research that backs this up, right? This isn't just theory. It gets into the danger of, well, just fantasizing.
Absolutely. Research shows when people spend a lot of time fantasizing about a great outcome, the perfect job, the ideal relationship, but without a solid plan to get there, without thinking about the obstacles,
It actually makes things worse.
it backfires significantly. Your brain gets this nice little dopamine hit from the daydream itself.
So the brain feels rewarded just for thinking about it.
Exactly. It confuses the fantasy with actual achievement. So it thinks, oh, goal accomplished. And then your motivation to do the actual hard work, the necessary, sometimes difficult steps, it just drops.
So you get the good feeling temporarily, put the journal down,
Yeah.
but reality hasn't changed. And then you crash. That really explains that stuck feeling so many people describe.
It really does. That crash is proof that just focusing outward on the thing, it's kind of a dead end. We need something internal to shift first.
Okay, so if we stop chasing the external stuff, what's the alternative? This brings us to the identity piece.
This is the revelation. Stop chasing, stop asking, stop waiting, start embodying. It's about who you decide you are.
Now, the big question here, the one I know listeners are thinking, isn't this just pretending? Like if I say I am wealthy, but my bank account is empty, am I just kidding myself? Isn't that delusion?
That's the crucial distinction. It's not delusion. Delusion is pretending the rent is paid when the eviction notice is on the door.
Okay.
Identity is deciding fundamentally that you are the kind of person who figures out how to pay the rent, who handles financial challenges effectively. See the difference. One is passive wishing, the other is active empowerment. It's your self-concept.
Right. So it's less about the outcome, the money, the relationship, and more about the character traits of the person who naturally achieves those outcomes. Give us some examples of those identity shifts.
Okay. So instead of, I want to be wealthy, which keeps wealth outside of you, something you're chasing, the shift is to embody. I am a person who is masterful with money. I create value. It's an active state.
Okay, I see. And for relationships?
Instead of, I really want to find a loving partner, which implies you're incomplete now, You shift to, I am a person who is whole, confident, and ready for a healthy, reciprocal relationship.
Wow, yeah. The second statement in both examples feels so much more grounded, powerful. It's about who you are now.
It's active, not passive. It dictates your actions from a place of strength, rather than begging the universe for a handout. When you operate from being that person, you naturally project confidence, sufficiency. You're not waiting for something external to come rescue you.
Because your security is now internal. It's in who you've decided to be.
Exactly. You trust yourself to handle things.
All right, this makes sense conceptually. But how do we actually do it? Let's get practical. Walk us through the steps to embody this new identity.
Okay, 4 key steps. Step 1, define your already there identity. This needs some real thought. Forget the external things for a second, the car, the specific job title. Grab a pen, paper, whatever works for you, and describe in detail the version of you who already lives the reality you desire. Who is that person?
Not just what they have, but their character, their mindset.
Get granular. What are their daily habits? Do they exercise? Read certain books. What's their first thought when they wake up? Is it anxiety or is it gratitude and focus?
How do they think about challenges like money, stressful burden, or useful tool?
Precisely. What are their core beliefs? And importantly, how does this version of you handle setbacks? Do they crumble or do they meet challenges with a calm, problem-solving attitude? You're essentially writing the character bio of your future self.
Okay, got it. Define the ideal identity in detail. Then step 2.
Step 2 is act as if, live from that identity. This is where it becomes real, making small daily choices that align with the person you just defined.
So bridging the gap between who you are now and who you're becoming.
Yes, and this is key. It's about identity action, not fear action. Let's take the wealth example.
Yeah.
If the wealthy you defined as strategic and in command, you don't just make a budget because you're scared of running out of money. That's fear. Instead, you make that budget today from a place of power, like the capable manager of resources you are. Same action, totally different energy.
I see. The motivation behind the action changes everything.
Or for the relationship example, if the loved you is confident and self-assured, maybe today, instead of texting someone needing validation, you choose to validate yourself. Read that book you love, enjoy your own company, do something that makes you feel good. You're building proof for your own brain that this new identity is real.
These small actions accumulate. They build evidence.
Exactly. And this leads directly into step 3, reprogramming your brain's filter. We're talking about the reticular activating system, the RAS.
Ah, yes, the RAS. The brain's sort of gatekeepers for attention.
That's a perfect way to put it. Your RAS filters the massive amount of sensory info hitting you constantly. It decides what gets through to your conscious awareness based on what it thinks is important to you.
Like when you buy a new car and suddenly you see that same model everywhere.
Exactly. The cars were always there, but your RAS tagged that model as important now, so it lets that information through. It wasn't relevant before.
So how does this apply to identity?
When you consciously decide to embody a new identity, let's say, I am a person who notices and creates opportunities. You're giving your RAS a new instruction, a new filter setting.
Ah, so you're telling your brain, pay attention to evidence that supports this identity.
Precisely. Your brain then starts actively scanning your environment for proof that matches, I see opportunities. You start noticing things you would have missed before, a potential business idea, a useful connection. Maybe you feel the confidence to apply for something you wouldn't have dared to before.
The opportunities might have always been there, but now your brain is actually highlighting them because they match who you've decided you are.
Right. Which brings us to the final step, step 4. This one's a bit paradoxical. The paradox of letting go, true detachment.
How does letting go fit in if we're actively being this new person?
Well, once you're genuinely being this new identity, making choices from that place, that desperate, needy craving for the external outcome starts to fade.
Because your sense of security isn't tied to getting the thing anymore.
Exactly. Your security is now rooted in who you are, in your capabilities, your character. You trust yourself.
So you're letting go of the addiction to the desire, that desperate need for it to happen.
That's it perfectly. You release that anxious, grasping energy. And when you do that, you create the mental and emotional space for good things to flow into your life more easily. Not because you begged for them, but almost as a natural consequence of the capable, confident person you've become.
Wow, okay. That shift feels huge. But what about our tools, the vision boards, the affirmations we spent time on? Do we just burn them?
Not necessarily. You just need to change how you use them. They need a new function. Your vision board, for instance, needs to shift from being a wish list into being a mirror.
A mirror reflecting the identity you're stepping into, not a catalog of things you don't have yet.
Exactly. When you look at it, the feeling shouldn't be longing or lack. It should be recognition. Yes, that's me. That reflects who I am becoming, the qualities I'm cultivating.
And if an image still triggers that painful I don't have it feeling,
take it down, seriously. Replace it with something that makes you feel powerful, capable, resourceful right now, today.
okay, makes sense. And affirmations, how do they change?
Same principle. They need to become active declarations of your current or emerging identity, not passive hopes for the future. So instead of, I will be rich someday, which is hopeful but passive, it becomes something like, I am resourceful, I manage money wisely and create value. See? It's grounded in present action and identity.
Or instead of I will find love.
Try, I am whole, loving, and confident, and I attract healthy connections. It affirms who you are and are becoming.
That move from future hoping to present tense identity is really the core of it all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Moving from the passenger seat to the driver's seat of your life.
It is. And this whole approach, combining that internal identity shift with concrete, aligned actions, that's what psychological studies show actually works for achieving goals and improving well-being long-term. It's the blend of inner belief and outer action.
So, circling back to where we started, stop chasing. Start being. The power wasn't ever really in the thing you were asking for.
It was always in who you decide to be.
Remember, your outer world tends to reorganize itself around your inner identity, not the other way around.
That's the key takeaway. When you change who you are at your core, your beliefs, your habits, your focus, your actions change. What you notice changes. And then, maybe slowly at first, your external reality starts to align with that new internal truth.
So the life you want isn't something you just wait for. It's something you actively start building from the inside out, starting today. Maybe the question to leave you with is this. What's one small choice you can make today, right now, that aligns with that already there version of you? Just one small step. That's where it begins.